Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Today we have a account review for Alex Smith, and this account owner has told me that he wants to reach G1 in regular arena, and he also wants to get a review for RTA. So today we're going to give him a overall review on his account, and he already told me that he has 70 nat 5s and 4 LD nat 5s, so hope this account could hold up to its name. Hi guys, before we start the video, if you are interested in any of the account services you see in this video or my past videos, please go to the descriptions below and join my Discord channel. All the information you need is there. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me and my channel financially, please join my Patreon, which there is also a link in the descriptions below. By joining, there is a chance you can win a free account improvement in the content you want in Summoners War, and also free to ask for help whenever you are stuck in the game. I try to be more of a direct help to my Patreons, so there is a high chance I will help you with your account. Just remember to be respectful to each other and we can schedule a time that works. That is it, and let's continue with the video. So before we start, we are actually going to see how long he's been playing, because that tells us how much we should expect. So he is in a G3 guild. It looks like he, at least before he's been in it, I don't know right now, but he did reach G3 with his guild battle, in his guild battles. But looking at his arena, World Arena, Special League, it looks like he was more of a lower guild member. But he does do Toa Hell, so he's doing much better than me actually. So he's been playing for 2,800 days, so he started around when I started or even earlier. So I'm expecting some great rune quality, at least G1. So I am expecting that this should be beaten relatively quickly after he gets some direction. Let's go straight into the monster box, because he did tell me that he has an awesome monster box. Now here, this is the main deal. So he has the Nana. Good. He has the Heigang, he has the Abelio, he has the Molong, he has the Bastet, he has the Carnal, he has another Beast Rider right there, and then he has the Changpeng, he has the Diana, the Wind Panda, the Tiana, the Wind Monkey, the Leo. Okay, he has most of the meta or good units. And then here are his LD nat 5s that we see right now. The Volantis, which looks pretty good. He has a Celia, the Celia owner myself. He does have it ruined. Okay, so I know there's a lot of hate with Celia. A lot of the owners don't like Celia. I am using mine really well, and I'm happy that he at least has his rune. He has a Shazam, which did get a good buff, and some people believe that he's a good unit. Same like I do. I think he's a great unit. It really depends on how you use him. And then he has a Nikki, which is also a very good unit. Okay, but that was his box, and now let's look at his rune quality, because that is what we do. And let's look at his violent runes. Oh, actually no, let's look at his swift runes first and just take a look at his sub property with speed. So 2,800 days, guys. Okay, remember this is 2,800 days, so we are expecting pretty fast runes, to be honest. I am expecting that he has at least two 300 speed sets. I don't know, but let's see. Number one, okay, 26, and then 24, 24, 24. A good number of 24s. Not the greatest, so he wasn't lucky with his slot 1 like me. I'm not lucky with my slot 1. I think my fastest is a 26 as well, so that kind of sucks for swift sets. But he's like me. And then another 26. Okay, I do have a faster one on this slot. Then 25, 24. I guess he definitely needs to do more work here. Another 22 with this rune, but still not that fast, right? And then 25, 24, 24. Again, not really fast. Some lucky accounts would have a swift set that is equal or even faster than this in probably 300 days. So that kind of sucks. Another 25, 22, 22, and then 26 and 23. Swift set, well, I have to say it's definitely below average. It's not there. So I'm hoping that he is more of a dragons farmer, or let's say necro farmer, and his will runes or violent runes are much better. So let's look at his violent runes, not vampire, violent runes. Let's look at this lot 125 and then 24, 24, 22. Okay, not that great there. Slot 3, 24, 22, 21. Okay, not that great there either. 28. Okay, so this is a good one. It looks like it could have been a event rune, but nonetheless is a 28 rune, so that's great. And then at 25, another crit damage rune. So he's more lucky with his crit damage runes. And then another 23, like another crit damage. So his fastest runes are on crit damage, which is good, but really you want to have HP, slot 4 HP runes to be really fast, because that is a very common rune and a very useful rune that you could use on multiple units. But that's that. And then on slot 5 he has a 30. There you go, 30. I really hope that this is like +4. It is a +5, so this is the most that he juiced out all the speed that he can. It's like one of my runes on slot 6, which is a max 30 rune. Kind of sucks because that's a really low quad speed, but it is a 30 rune. And then 23. Ooh, that drop hurts. Okay, not that great, but he does have a great rune, one great rune. And then a 24, which is pretty low, and then 23 goes down there. Okay, so his violet rune's pretty on par with the swift runes. Maybe he's not much of a farmer, or his account is just not really lucky. It's not lucky. If it was more lucky, he definitely would have faster runes. Let's look at his will. Slot 1, 26, and then 18. That drop is really bad. Definitely need to work on this slot 1 will set. Then 24, then 21, 20. Okay, not that great there either. 25, 24, 23, 21, 26, 22. That's a big drop there as well. Not a lot too. The next fastest is 22, and then it goes down to 16. Then finally 24 and 21, 21, and then 19. So his will runes are definitely in lowest quality. As in with speed. That's the only thing that I'm looking at. So speed wise, will runes are definitely the weakest, and then I'll say that the violent runes and swift runes are on par, but I will give a little edge to the violent rune set because he does have that 30 speed rune right there. Let's take a look at his arena defense right now, and I'm gonna give him some of my recommendations. So he's not really running a true defense right now. Let's look at his towers, and they are mostly maxed, other than these two, which he should max because he does have LD-Nat 5s. So, but he is almost there, so I do think that he could stop farming. Well, you don't have to farm as a free defense. You could still farm, but don't put up this fake defense, and now start to try and reach that new goal G1 like you want to. His highest was C2, and it looks like he didn't rush, and his last week's rank was F2, so he definitely is not going to be able to participate in Interstellar server battle. But yeah, let's go and give him my recommendation. So if you want to go fast, which I don't really recommend because it looks like your swift set aren't that great, but if you do want to go fast, Savannah's a good one to put. And then a lot of common ones that you see in G1 and up is the Nana there as well, plus the Cocky, if I find it, and then the Clara. Oh, actually, and then not the Cocky. Sorry, no Cocky, because you already the Nana goes in there. But you will put a Samath if you do have a Samath. I just noticed I don't think I saw the Samath, so maybe you don't have Samath. Okay, no Samath. So if you don't have a Vanessa, you can't really go fast, right? Because you don't have an Oliver either. Yeah, you don't have a Vanessa. Okay, so I think going fast is out of the window because you just don't have the speed lead to go first turn. So fast team is out of the window. So let's go for a tanky team, and Nana will still be in there. And I think you should use our Carnal because Carnal has an amazing HP lead in arena. You could use your Wind Monkey too or Morlong, but I think Carnal is the better one there. I really wish you had a Juno because I do like a stripper in the team just because you do have the Carnal, which brings in a lot of control. But if you don't have the Carnal, you could go with, if you don't have a Juno, you could go with any other stripper. Even going with the Clara is not a bad idea because tanky team and then one fast team, it really makes it hard for person that's coming in to come in with a second turn team because you do have a strip. You could put in the Celia, but after Celia's nerf, she isn't as good. You could use the Volantis, but Volantis has a horrible base speed, so I don't know how fast you could make him. But you could go like this. I think this will be a fun team to play around with because you have the strip, you have the control, and then you have all the units that makes it kind of annoying for this team. But if they do bring in a fast Tiana and they're confident with their speed, they could easily go a first turn, Zeros, Tiana, Galleon, and Pungbag or Cocky or something like that to wipe this up. So it really depends on how fast you can make this guy. If you had a Molly, I would put a Molly there, but you don't have a Molly, so we can't do that. And if you don't want to use that stripper, you could always use the Clara. And I think that's mostly it. I think that's the team you have to go with. Or even you could go just if you just want to go like super like stall kind of team, you could put the Abelio here. But you do see the flaw, right? You have a Cardinal, but you have no strip, so there's really no threat to the enemy. And that kind of sucks. You really don't have a high chance of winning in that defense. So I do think putting a stripper here is the better idea. It just depends on what kind of stripper you want to run. You could put in the Molong because Molong does work as a strip. But if you do that, yeah, you could use the Molong. So Molong could work, but Molong strip is kind of inconsistent. So just keep that in mind. I would either go with the Clara because, mixing in a fast unit with this slow team makes it hard for, again, the opponent to come into. They have to bring in a certain team. Or you could go with your Volantis to kind of show off your LD Nat 5, but just keep in mind that the Volantis has a horrendous base speed, so it's not that great, because if people are confident with their speed, they will easily come into it. Or if you do want to go with the full RNG aspect, you could use the Swift Celia because that can make things annoying, but you will have to give it a lot of accuracy so that she has that chance to strip sleep one of the units that comes in. But yeah, I think that's my advice. I think I will definitely go with the slow team, tanky team, because right now with your box without a speed lead, a 33% speed lead, you will not be able to go first. You will not have the chance to go first. If you did have that lead, then there's some other teams that you could run, but that is not the case. And looking at your Swift set, I think going slow is better anyways. So that's your defense. I'm not going to put that up because you do have this Varus up. It looks like you still do want to farm for now, so I'm going to leave that up. And now let's kind of look at your offenses because that's what's more important. So you're trying the double Lucian and it still works, I believe, in lower arena. And it does work in higher arena too, but eventually this will have a speed cap, right? Because your bus stat has to be really fast. If you get outsped with the 24 speed lead, then you're going to lose anyways. It looks like you have this, which is awesome. This is a very common offense that I use. And it looks like you're kind of going middle speed. If you're going to go middle speed, I would rather just go for the straight up second turn, make this like plus 100 or plus 90. And then you can make your Zeros, your Galleon, your Pungbag all around the 60 plus 50 plus 60 speed range, and then the rest you could focus on all the damage stats, so you could output more damage. It's more of a cleanup. I think I would go more of that route. And if you're gonna do that, you definitely need to give your Zeros more crit rate, close to 100. And same with the Pungbag, it should be close to 100, which it is right now, but I believe it's kind of weak right now, even especially on a rage set. This is kind of low. And you do have a Leo, so there's no reason for you to even do this. There's a lot of Leo cleaves that you can make. Do you even have one? You don't. So if I were you, I would use the Galleon with the very slow Leo. I would make a second Galleon if I were you, because you do have the opportunity to make different offenses. Where are you, Leo? You have the Leo, then you have the Tiana. So if you go something like this, at the end you could put in a very hard-hitting damage dealer like I do. I use the Bale or Christina. I don't know if you have any of them, but any AoE damage dealer that does a lot of damage will do. Yeah, it doesn't. You don't have any of those, right? Though. Yeah. Sadly, you don't have like a very, very hard hitting unit other than like the Pungbag, the Cocky. Depends on how Cocky is ruined. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, but you do have the Leo. It's a matter of fact, if you pull the next unit, you could even make your Zeros really, really slow if you have a Leo and just focus full on damage and then go for the kill too, because that will do enough. Yeah, sadly I don't see any of the damage dealers that I prefer, like the like I said, the Bale or the Christina. I think those two are the ones I prefer the most, especially if you see my videos before. Yeah, but you could play around. If you go this type of offense, the one downside is that you only have one real damage dealer that you want to use to wipe out most of the opponent's units. And if you don't have that, then it might not work as well than having two damage dealers, like the one you had with the Zeros and the Pengback. You could try going with the full-on damage Chung Peng, and then go with the because you could put the strip defense break with attack buff and then go for the reset. You'll push everybody's attack bar back, and then most likely you'll get to move again, and Tiana on a crit damage build like you have right now will still do a lot of damage. So maybe that's an idea. Maybe I should try that myself and see how well it works. But I think that's what I will do. I will definitely make another offense, not like these. This is too RNG. Same with this. Like, this is a very good one. If you want to continue using this, I would master this. I would maybe follow some of my old videos and try to do that. You can make it go second turn, or you could make this go first turn and just go against the tanky defenses that are pretty popular in G1 and G2. And sometimes G3. Most defenses these days are not cleavable like this in G3. So this you could keep, but there is definitely a speed cap, right? If you get outsped, you lose. For RTA, you didn't even start, but you do have a lot of okay runes. And again, I didn't see the efficiency of your runes, but I do think that you could definitely climb, at least hit C1, seeing your monster box. But a common monster box that I would use, I'm just gonna say this in my perspective because I play this kind of battles, I will use like these units right here. You could decide to go cleaving, or you could decide to go kind of tanky, but you have all the units that you need to go more of a second turn team with the Cardinal and stuff. Same with this, same with the Nana, right? This right here, Praha is good. I think those are some of the good ones. Here you could use, Kaki is pretty still popular. The Antara is a good counter. Verde you should definitely use a Triple Revenge. The Chung Peng, the Ganymede, Sierra, Leo, Riley. Yes, Volantis for sure. Where are you, Volantis? Yeah, Volantis. And then the Nikki too, right? Is there anything else that you could use? I mean, there's a lot you could use. You could really make any of these work, but I'm just picking out the meta units that you have that still works really well in today's meta. Again, you're not that fast, so knowing that, I would just scrape most of these out. Like, you could still use these because you do have some strippers, and you could maybe you could make your Ethna really fast and use that. Charlotte's not skilled up. Diana you'll definitely use. I'm seeing your rune box. I would definitely go second turn. I'll definitely go second turn. So if I pick like that, yeah, I think this is the kind of box I'll use. Something like this. Nothing's really fast. Nikki's still good in second turn, right? Just give it like 100 res or something, and just give it a lot of stats, and then the artifacts will be extra damage per hit because she does multi-hit, and then she does also give attack buff, right? So I think it really goes well with your team. This will be like kind of like your one really fast unit to kind of counter their first turn unit. The one speed lead that you have, and you have a strip right here. You do have a strip right there, so you have a strip here too. So there's definitely a lot of ways you could still land your debuffs. I think you'll mostly go like, oh, this is not skilled up. You should skill up your Cardinal. I'll definitely go with Wusa first pick, or the Cardinal or the Molong first pick, but you do want to skill this up first and then draft after that. These two are still really strong. This is still really strong. Diana's still really strong. Like, if you have a team with these 5 like right there and then +1, you'll still be a really strong team. So yes, they are weak against cleaves or like control, but if Wusa gets a proc, or if he's on higher res, if he resists something, then he could bring everything back to your side. Because I am saying this because that's the kind of game that I played. And I don't have the Cardinal, I don't have the Molong, I don't have the Nana. You should skill up your Nana too. Nana's awesome. I don't have these 3 awesome units plus these 2 around here, but I was, and this one, but I was still able to reach G1. I touched it at least. I don't think I'll end in G1, but I touched G1 with this unit here, this unit here, this unit here, this unit right here, this unit right here, and this unit right here. Those were my priority picks. So I am pretty confident that if you rune them correctly, you should able to hit C1, C2 pretty easily. But yeah, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's anything else that you guys would like to hear from me for Summoners War, please put a comment below. If you have any comments regarding this account owner, please put a comment below as well, because I'm pretty sure he'll be glad to hear your thoughts. I think that you should just continue farming. If you want to go fast, I think GB12 is definitely a priority. Also, you do have some good units that's good on Despair, so if you want to get more faster Despair runes, I didn't check the speed there, but I'm pretty sure it's lacking there as well, because your Swift runes weren't that fast anyways. So if you want to get improve on those in that side, then please farm GB12. If you want to improve in your Valiant sets, then DB12, and will set is probably the weakest link in your rune box. So if you want better will sets, because if you are going second turn, you definitely need will on all your units, then farm Necro. But that was it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.